Hey, welcome back everyone. So today we are talking about something that I get asked about all the time. And I mean all the time. Should you be doing short form content or long form content? TikToks and Reels or YouTube videos and LinkedIn posts? And I get why it's confusing because honestly there's a lot of noise out there. So today we are going to cut through it and look at the actual data, and I'm going to show you exactly how these two things work together to bring clients to you. Alright, let's dive right in. Should I even be doing this? If you've been going back and forth on this, you are so not alone. You might be thinking, I know I need to be putting out content. I just haven't started. I hear this all the time. Maybe you tried posting for a month and then stopped. Maybe your whole business runs on referrals and word of mouth, and that's starting to feel a little scary. Whatever brought you here today, this video is for you. So let's figure out what's going on and what to do about it. Fast attention versus deep attention. So let's break this into two buckets because once you see this, everything clicks. Fast attention is your short form content, under 3 minutes, under 800 words. This is how people discover you. This is how they find you in the first place. Then there's deep attention, your long form content. 10+ minute videos, 1,200+ word articles. This is where people research you, compare you, and decide whether they trust you enough to reach out. One gets you found, the other gets you hired. And you need both because they do completely different jobs. Now we're going to talk about how people go from stranger to client. Here's what this actually looks like in real life. So I want you to picture your own ideal client as I walk through this step. Step 1. They find a short clip of yours on YouTube Shorts, Reels, or LinkedIn. Step 2, they get curious. So they click through to your channel or your profile. Step 3, they watch a longer video, maybe read about your page, and now they feel like they know you. Step 4, they reach out already convinced. The sales call is almost a formality. That's the journey. Short form gets the click, long form gets the client. Your job is to show up at both points. Let's talk about what short form is actually good for, because I think a lot of people misuse it and then wonder why it's not bringing in clients. Short form, which is anything under 3 minutes, it is your discovery tool. That's it. It's not supposed to close the deal. It's supposed to open the door. Think of every short video like a movie trailer. Its only job is to make someone want to see the full thing. And the numbers back this up. 71% of Gen Z discover products and services through short form video. 58% have bought something because of a video under 30 seconds. Short form works when you know what it's actually for. Now, let's talk about why short form alone won't build your business. Here's the catch. And this is the thing that nobody really talks about. Short form gets views, but it doesn't actually get you clients, especially in a service-based business like yours. And here's why. Your buyers are not impulse buyers. Choosing a consultant or an agency is a considered decision. They need to trust you first, and trust takes time. So short form without long form is kind of like a really good business card with no phone number on it. It looks great, but where do they go from there? Long form is where the trust is built. It's where someone goes from I've heard of her to I want to work with her. Videos between 30 and 60 minutes convert at 17%. Articles over 1,800 words hold people's attention for an average of 7 minutes and 42 seconds. And here's the one thing that still blows my mind. A solid long form piece keeps generating leads for an average of 3.5 years after you publish it. B2B buyers consume 13.4 pieces of content before they ever contact a salesperson. And 67% of research is completely self-directed. They're deciding whether they want to work with you without you anywhere in the room. The question is, when they go looking, will they find you? Now, let's talk about content versus paid ads. And I'll show you some real numbers. I know exactly what some of you are thinking right now. Isn't paid advertising faster? And look, yes, it can be, but here's the difference. Paid ads are like renting a billboard. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. I've been watching Better Call Saul from Breaking Bad, and I now can't stop thinking about Saul's billboard. If you haven't seen Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul, I highly recommend that. Anyway, the moment you stop paying, it disappears. Content is like owning a property. It keeps working for an average of 3.5 years after you publish it. Paid ads average $242 per lead. Content averages $92 per lead. And here's the big one. Ads require ongoing budget. Content requires upfront investment and then it compounds. The real question isn't which one works, it's which one builds something that actually is yours. Okay, let's get real for a second. This is a thing I hear almost every conversation I have with a service business owner. My whole business runs on referrals. That makes me nervous. It should be, because referrals are wonderful until they slow down. And when they dry up, you've got no pipeline, no inbound leads, no backup plan. That's a really vulnerable position to be in. Content creates a second engine, one that's working while you sleep, while you work on holiday, while your head's down serving your existing clients. You're not replacing referrals, you're just making sure you're never 100% dependent on them. Because right now, if the referrals stop, what's your plan? Your best future clients are watching. Here's something I want you to really sit with, because it changes how you think about your view counts and your engagement. Lurking has become the dominant behavior online. Most buyers scroll quietly and never engage. They don't like your posts, they don't comment, they're not following you yet, but they're watching. They're forming opinions about you. They're getting ready. And when they're finally ready to reach out, they already know who they want to hire. That's you. If you've been showing up consistently, you can't see them watching, but that doesn't mean they're not watching. So how do you actually pull this together? Here's the formula. And once you see it, it'll change how you think about content entirely. Step 1, create one strong long-form piece, a 15-minute YouTube video or a detailed article. Step 2, pull 3 to 5 short clips from that one piece. Step 3, distribute those clips on Shorts, LinkedIn, and Reels. Step 4, those clips drive people back to your video. Step 5, full video builds trust and moves them towards reaching out. Step 6, rinse and repeat. One piece of content becomes 5 or 6 assets, all with one consistent message. That is what working smarter actually looks like. And honestly, it's the thing our clients tell us was the missing piece. Oftentimes I hear, but I've never been on camera before. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I'm worried I will look anxious or uncomfortable. I also hear this a lot. I don't want to do the TikTok dance or anything cringy. That's not me. It's the most common thing we hear, and it makes complete sense. No one is naturally comfortable on camera. Everybody learns. Believe it. And that's very true for me. I'm a very social person. I love making friends, and you could say I'm very extroverted, but it took me a lot of time to get used to talking on camera. Now I have a lot of experience with talking on camera because I've also done some travel vlog content, but in the very beginning of filming that travel vlog content, I found it even more scary than sitting down and filming in my own house. Because not only did I have the pressure of talking to a camera, which is an inanimate object as opposed to talking to a human being, I had the pressure of talking to a camera in front of everyone else staring at me. And it's really not the norm. You know, most people are just out enjoying their days. Most people aren't just filming everything they're doing. So it was intimidating because you got a lot of people staring at you and you still have to like smile and sound natural. And I thought I was just nervous and shy and all of a sudden I get all quiet. So it took some time to get used to it. And now I've just, gotten over it. And I have a video on this, and I'm actually going to be making another video on camera anxiety because I want to do a deeper dive. But do check out my channel. There's a previous video I have on how to boost your camera confidence, and keep an eye out for this next video that I'll be making specifically on camera anxiety. But just a quick tip is one thing that did help me is just pretend you're talking to a friend. Visualize your client, visualize your audience, and just pretend you're talking to them, because then you realize, yep, I'm actually sitting down and sharing some important information. I'm sharing a story, and this is actually going to be seen by a human. And if you take away the idea of I'm talking to an inanimate object, an inanimate camera, your clients aren't expecting Hollywood. So don't worry that this has to be a perfect production. They're expecting a real person who genuinely knows their stuff. The person who shows up slightly nervous but honestly helpful will always be the polished, hollow talking head. You just have to talk about the things that you're super passionate and experienced about. You're basically talking about the things that you already talked to your clients about. So you totally got this. Now, you might be wondering, where do I start? Without overwhelming yourself. So I'm going to share a few tips on how you can actually get started without feeling completely overwhelmed. Here's how I like to break it down. Start with one platform. For example, YouTube. If you want long-term searchable authority, YouTube is basically the next search engine. LinkedIn can be really good for you if your clients are other businesses. A lot of our clients are finding their clients on LinkedIn as well. Get one platform running really well, and then add a second. So start with one, get really good at it, and then add a second, maybe a third, etc. Start with one type of content and answer the top 5 questions your clients always ask you. That's your first 5 videos right there. And then once you're done with those, answer the next 5 questions your clients ask you. And you got a set of 10 videos, your core videos to start with. So you already know what these questions are. Give yourself one goal. One long form piece of content per month, minimum, with 4 to 6 short clips from each one. That is a full and real content strategy. You can always add more once you get that down, once it becomes easy for you. You don't need to do more than that just to start. The most important thing is getting started. Sometimes the scariest part of this is just getting started. Once you turn on the camera, start talking to it, realize, I got this, I know what I'm talking about. I talk about it all day long with my clients. Now I am just repeating myself in front of a camera. You are not just making content, you are building an asset. So I want you to zoom out with me for a second, because I think that this reframe is going to stick with you. Every video you publish is a 24/7 sales rep working with you. Every article you write keeps generating inbound leads for years. And every short clip of content, like a YouTube Shorts or an Instagram Reel or a TikTok, is a door that brings someone new into your world. So the businesses you look at and think they're everywhere, well, they didn't get there overnight. They got there by being consistent, being clear about who they want to help, and showing up long enough after most people quit. And here's the thing. I hear from people who've been meaning to start for 2 years. You already know it's time. The best time to start was 2 years ago. The second best time to start is right now. This is something I even tell myself. I wish I started sooner. But instead of beating yourself up about the past, there's no better time than the present. Get started right now. Let's do this together. Let's build our YouTube channels together. So are you ready to stop being invisible? If you've been meaning to start content for over 2 years, you already know it's time. And listen, you don't have to figure this out alone. You absolutely don't. I'm in this with you. I'm creating content. I'm going through this journey. I'm practicing talking to a camera, and I feel like I'm getting better at it each and every day. And you don't actually have to add more to your plate to make this happen, because this is exactly what B2B is here for. We are fully remote. We come to you. We are done for you content. You just show up and talk. And it sounds like you. It's not a template, because that's the thing our clients always say was their biggest fear. I don't want this to sound generic. I don't want this to sound like a memorized script. I don't want this to sound like AI or whatever. Okay? You don't have to worry about that. You're gonna sound like you. You're gonna sound authentic. That is what we help you do. But we're gonna do all the legwork so you can focus on what you do best, and you can focus on helping your clients while we take care of the content. So if you want clients finding you online instead of you chasing them, then come find us at beetobee.buzz. Thanks so much for watching. I'm so proud of you for being here today and watching this video, and I can't wait to see some of the content that you create. Share this with a friend or someone who you think would find this content helpful. Thanks again, and I'll see you back here soon. Bye!